station. Weather from where you live.
The battleground since late last week has been the plains for severe weather. Numerous tornadoes, well over 150 reports of severe weather from really Iowa all the way back through Kansas, Texas, Oklahoma, and all the way up to Manitoba, Canada. These are pictures of tornadoes near Goodland, Kansas that were developing, and that's pretty much where the severe weather threat's going to stay, at least for another week, before we see that eastward migration of that severe weather towards our area very slowly. Notice on Precision right now that not much going on, really. It's just a hot, humid day, cumulus clouds bubbling up in the heating of the afternoon, but there's one little isolated thunder shower that popped here just to the north and northwest of Covington, which is very slowly drifting westward. So if it holds together, it'd be near the state line city area here near the Warren County line, just off to the northeast of Danville, producing some heavy rain, and it's also putting out some lightning as well. We'll take in a little bit tighter here, and you can see some of that lightning being produced. Right there it is, just to the west of Ellsworth and southeast of Marshfield. Boy, once the sun sets, this isolated little thunderstorm will collapse here over the next hour to hour and a half. And the only thing that's fueling it is just the instability and the heating of the day. Now notice as we go into futurecast over the next several hours, a little patchy fog will develop once these temperatures begin to fall from the upper 80s to right around 90 into the 60s overnight. But even with temperatures 88 to about 90 degrees, the feels like temperatures are running about 90 to 96 degrees. So pretty oppressive out there, and another oppressive day for tomorrow. Again, a little patchy fog overnight tonight. For tomorrow, very similar to today, a hot, humid day, cumulus clouds bubbling up at the heating of the afternoon. Nothing more than a very isolated thunder shower developing, and then it will just collapse during the evening hours as the sun sets. A little more patchy fog for tomorrow night, and for Wednesday, at least an isolated thunderstorm or two possible, but nothing widespread. Coverage coming up a little bit as we get into Thursday. But highs again tomorrow running about 88 to about 90 degrees. The heat index running in the lower to middle 90s. So here's the outlook over the next several days. Again, a little bit of moisture will come in for tomorrow. Nothing more than an isolated thunderstorm tomorrow and Wednesday. Weak cold front comes through Thursday with a couple of very widely scattered thunderstorms, and there could be a brief shower early on Friday morning. Otherwise, we're in pretty good shape. In fact, many of you will get through the rest of the week without any rainfall. Everything will be isolated to very widely scattered. It will turn a little bit less humid as we get into Friday and Saturday. Temps still running in the mid-80s and mid-80s for race day, but the humidity will come down just a little bit by the weekend, and by early next week, we'll have to watch this potential of some storms headed our way. Cold front will approach, so I think our potential severe weather will begin to increase once we get into early June. 66 tonight, some patchy fog, partly cloudy, nothing more than an isolated thunderstorm tomorrow at 88. We'll be up to 88 on Wednesday with a couple isolated storms. A few very widely scattered storms on Thursday as a very weak cool front comes through. Nothing more than an early morning shower on Friday, and then a little less humid once we get into Friday and Saturday, Jeff, but highs still remaining well into the 80s. At least we're going to cut the humidity a little bit, and any thunderstorm action later this week will be very isolated.
Okay.